Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We're looking at COVID-19, the crisis that is surrounding it, especially as it has to do with the lockdown and palliative measures that have been adopted by the federal government. Don't forget that the president has already instructed that in Lagos State, Abuja, and also in Ogun State, there should be continuity in the lockdown. And some of the state governors who do not want this same issue of COVID-19 to be present in their individual state have decided also to carry out that same instruction in their respective states. And one of them is Rivers State Governor Wike, who is known to be Mr. Project and also a no-nonsense governor. But right now, there are a lot of issues, a lot of tension in the state, and most of it is traceable to the arrest of about 22 ExxonMobil staff and also the arrest of pilots of Govt helicopters. And right now, most people believe that they should be released, and most believe that they shouldn't be released. There's a lot of clash between Buhari's minister and also, Wike. And Wike has decided to step out to give a statement about his position in respect to the issue of arrest of those Govt pilots. And as usual, he is quite a fearless person and will always love to talk boldly. And also, most people believe that he's trying to politicize the case. But I want us to look at it, and then we'll now go into analysis. He has spoken, and this time around, he's looking at the fact that the minister has refused, to still accept the fact that Nigeria is practicing federal system of government, and as such, each of the states have their individual right and must be respected. So right now, there's a bit of clash based on the statement that he has made. I believe very much that there is so much pressure that he's receiving, especially in respect to those Govt helicopter pilots. But then let's just read some of the things that he has said thus far. He said, they say civil aviation is on the exclusive list, and I heard there was a minister who was quoting laws, and I said the minister should go and release them now. We are in a democracy, not a military government, where you will sit down somewhere in your own office and direct me. I am not one of those governors that will beg you for you to help me. Beg you for what? The right thing must be done, especially for something that is killing people. Every day you hear of new cases. They are not happy that there is no new case in Rivers State. They are not happy. So their own is that let us do something that will make them have new cases in Rivers State. He went further to say, he said ExxonMobil brought in 22 of their members into Rivers State without testing. So even if they have coronavirus, they should enter. He was asking a question, and he also went further to explain the issue of palliative distribution committee, which he had already set up, which is championed by the chairman of PDP in Rivers State, Desmond Ekawo. Most people are castigating and believing that the man is not suitable. So he tried to open up to tell the people who actually is the head of the presidential task force. And we all know that the chairman of the presidential task force is actually Boss Mustafa, who is the secretary to the federal government. And he said this other man that he has decided to choose have all it takes, to champion the cause of that particular committee. But then we just want to look at the issue of lockdown, because there had been a lot of castigation from the people of Rivers State, and it's a pointer to the fact that they do not want it to continue. Though that's Governor Wike, has gone further to, throw a word which is a pointer to the fact that he's still receiving pressure, receiving pressure from the presidency to release those two pilots. And he says in his word, he said, you other poor masses who survive on daily pay to lock down. but you give corporate bodies license to go about their daily activity and flout a Rivers State government order on lockdown. We can't let them go free. We should not punish the poor and give excuses for the rich. Those were the words he said, and it has triggered a lot of reaction, as most people believe that Nyesom Wike is actually trying to politicize the issue instead of looking at the crux of the matter. But you know, this issue of contention and all of that is one of the things that most people do not want to see, especially a period like this where COVID-19 is really spread. You know, is the issue of COVID-19 is meant to be handled with so much carefulness so that we can prevent further spread of it. And I think that's what Nyesom Wike is trying to do. As we all know him, he's a very bold governor who would not want to give in to any form of pressure from anybody, and he will not also want to, you know, do the things that the people in the central are demanding that he should do to release those guys. You know, but let me just give you a little lowdown. Though we have, if you check our feed, you will see some of the things that had happened, you know, in Rivers State, which brought about, you know, the clash between the federal and the state. Because right now, I know that there's a clash based on the words that he has said thus far, and it has to do with some Govt helicopter staff, or sorry, pilots who brought in some ExxonMobil. They are right now in the custody of the police, and they are to be released on the 19th day of May 2020. And most people believe that this guy is getting angry because of the fact that he wasn't given money for COVID-19. But according to his word, ever since that thing happened, he had always been trying to tell the people that actually he doesn't want the case of COVID-19. Could still remember at one occasion when I saw on television, I think TVC, where they showed us how much of lockdown is going on in Rivers State right now. They are not even allowing anybody to come into Rivers State or even to leave Rivers State. Even in the video that I saw, you know, some guys were trying to come into Rivers State via Biafra. He stopped them, and those who were trying to come in from Akwa Ibom, Abia State, he also stopped them from coming in. According to him, he said all what he's trying to do is to ensure that that sickness does not spread to Rivers State, that he will do everything to make sure that if he doesn't totally eradicate it in Rivers State, at least it will be reduced. The number will be reduced to the barest minimum. But right now, the issue is surrounding the arrest of those two pilots of Govt helicopters. There's a clash. And if you listen to the statement that he made, you will know that truly that there is a clash. He said no matter what, he will not give in to any instruction from anybody. Because of what? He is in charge of Rivers State. He said, I cannot be punishing the poor. You know, this issue of equality before the law is overly important. That's one of the things that most of the rich guys want to always lean on, you know, and escape. That's inequality before the law. They lean on and they escape judgment. If, for example, there is an instruction that they should be case of, there's an instruction that they should be locked down in a particular state. No matter who you are, you can't jump that instruction. Ideally, I was expecting that the Minister of Aviation will walk up to him, that's Sirika, will walk up to him and tell him, please, I have issued these guys license to operate, considering the fact that they are on essential duties. And when you have said that, at least you guys will sit down and talk over issue, not to make it look as if he is under your own tutelage or he is under you. Minister and governor, there's a huge difference. You are a political appointee. He is an elected governor who has been given the responsibility to secure the lives and property of his own people. But unfortunately, the Minister of Aviation did not do that. He didn't even care to call to say, okay, these guys have given them the right. So by the time they came in, I believe that Wike thought that, hey, these guys are trying to trample on my fundamental human right, and also my right as a governor. I need to keep them where they belong. there had been a lot of pressure. I could still remember some 1 week ago that United Labour Congress had already, sent out a memo. And on that memo, the chairman had clearly defined their position that very soon they are going to shut down on anything, shut down on everything in terms of electricity, in terms of fuel, in terms of petrol station, since what they are currently doing is being termed illegal, that they will do it. And guess what? Wike is daring them. That guy has a lot of balls. Wike currently is daring them that let them try it, to go on strike. Let them try any nonsense in Rivers State, and he will show them that he's in charge. So right now, there's a lot of conflict. We do not really know what will happen afterwards. But, I just want to read some of the reactions of Nigerians in this respect. And it has to do with, I'm going to his Twitter page, because when he made the statement, a lot of people reacted. One of them says, "You don't politicize issues of this important, please, sir." Another one says, "So you have not read the news of how 22 ExxonMobil staffs were going to their normal activities before he arrested them." Another one here says, "You are getting the game plan very right now. Your colleague in the northern state didn't shut down their state, only the south did. You know the politics of the COVID-19 more than me. It's really frustrating." Another one says, "We cannot leave corporate bodies who are not obeying the laws which Akara and groundnut sellers are being charged to court in Lagos." Now, as I'm talking to you, there is a case that this guy Sowore is trying to pursue, and it has to do with a motorist who has been arrested by the mobile court, and it's going to be jail. They had already passed judgment on him, but right now Sowore is trying to fight to see the content of the judgment and to see how they can stop these guys from doing this. The reason is because most of the rich guys are flouting this instruction of lockdown while they are going around, arresting those who are not actually rich. Don't forget that this issue of lockdown is affecting the poor mostly. Reason why it's affecting is because most of the poor, they don't even have money that they keep as savings. Most of their monies that they keep, most of the money it's always on a daily basis. They earn the money, they spend it, they earn it, they spend it. So this lockdown has really, if you must stop them, then the rich also must be affected. That's why I think Sowore is trying to see how he can help the young man out and prevent him from going to court. Most people here are talking. This one said, "I might not like everything you do, but I am proud of you as a good man that cares for his people." This one said, "Double boza for you, my governor." This one said, "My action governor, we are solidly behind you." Most people are really, really supporting him. Another one says here, "At Buhari never asks you at Nyesom Wike to lock down your state. Your body language shows you are bitter about something and someone, but you never expressly mention it." Wow, that's a serious statement there from one of those who are responding. This one say, "Look at how you think." They're not talking back at the guy. Say, "Look at how you think. Why wouldn't he lock down? We don't want your coronavirus people to come here." That's one of the things that is making him behave that way. The truth of the matter is, in the country that we found ourselves, unfortunately, there are certain persons who are, considered to be first-class citizens, such that even if they contact the disease and they want to travel, nobody will prevent them from traveling. I think that is why the guy is overly serious about this case of lockdown. Yeah, we know that the monetary issue can still be a part of it, as most people have insinuated, but the truth of the matter is he doesn't want it to spread to his own state, because for you to contend with it is not a joke. Currently, as we are talking to you, they had already been grapevine that one of the cases of, I think they had like 2 cases, and the second one, the person is about to be discharged. So according to him, he said he wants a COVID-19 free state. He doesn't want to meddle into trying to fix things. That's why he's keeping his state locked down. But however, I want him to consider the fact that there are still poor who needs to run around and make ends meet. But go to our comment section. Let's interact there. What do you think about this clash between the governor of Wike, governor